the same. You get that little setup about the 6 months between your introductory mission, and then you're just in the same game. Like, something we thought was going to have this huge effect on the story just ended up being minor footnotes. Like, Dragon Age Origins, this is not. Moving on to number 9, it's Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You even get a little joke ending for your trouble.
Guess what? Heading to my cell, head to bed, wake up in the morning and get some to eat. I'm hungry. So, yeah. You know. Okay, it's 9 a.m. Let's head to the cafeteria. Because, yeah, why not? Hey, alright. What do you have here in prison anyway? We have burgers. Yeah, I'll like a burger, please. Sure, sit down. I'll tell you when. Okay, got it. Let's sit down here. And watch TV. May as well fucking wipe a joint.
What's kind of funny about this one is that, unlike a lot of other fights like this,
YouTube
Ghost of
instead,
Tsushima's Kotan
on the
Khan
TV.
just can't die. Like, it's possible to beat on him until his health bar runs out, but you can't kill him. Actually doing that much damage it's really unlikely, don't get me wrong, but it's possible. And it doesn't do anything. You can choose to do that, but it doesn't matter. In most games, they just give the boss an impossibly long health bar, or make it so you can't do any damage at all. But here he's just unkillable, even if you take out all his HP. Ghost of Tsushima, even if you take out all his HP. Ghost of Tsushima is a great game, but this is an obvious example of a fake choice. Still, it's also one of the only times I've ever seen it where you can kinda sorta kill the boss, but you also can't kill the boss. It just doesn't work. And number 4 is Kane and Lynch Dead Men. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Here's a different kind of fake choice for you, the kind where there is no right decision. No matter what option you pick, things do not end well. At the end of Kane and Lynch, you've taken revenge on the dudes who double-crossed you and rescued Kane's daughter from their compound. This is where the big choice comes in, too. Do you go back and rescue all your allies who helped complete your mission, or do you leave them to die and escape with your daughter? Might seem like there's a good ending choice in here somewhere, but no matter what you do, things end badly. If you go back and rescue your men, they all pretty much die anyway, and your daughter gets shot for the trouble. You're just out in the middle of nowhere, you have a few supplies, she's shot. That's not a survival scenario. So you go back and try the other option, run like a coward. Hey, that doesn't work out either. All your guys die, and your daughter hates your guts. And because there are now loose ends, someone will probably hunt down and kill you in the act of revenge. It's all really bleak. It's actually kind of funny in a darkly comedic way, but it is definitely not satisfying. And number 3, Fable, sparring or killing Twin Blade. Here's one of those common RPG tropes. Do you let the bad guy live, or do you kill them? Usually there's some kind of effect depending on what choice you made, but not so much in this game, which is interesting because Fable is literally marketing itself as that kind of game. You fight this guy fairly early when you're trying to find the bandit Xeris, and when you're defeated, you're given the option to kill or spare him. Now this does change your good and evil ranking, so it's not nothing, but absolutely nothing else happens. I mean, that's not so bad, it's sort of what you would expect, but here's the annoying thing. If you kill him, his followers will randomly send assassins after you, and if you spare him, then guess what? The exact same thing happens. It's just that he's the one sending the assassins. Like, they could have made it so something different would happen, but no. No matter what, you have to deal with random assassins.
106. Yo, buddy. Burger's ready. Okay. Thanks. You're welcome. Sure.
Be dead. Many of the Telltale adventure games are great, but there's no denying that a whole hell of a lot of choices in them were basically
That's good. Turn off the TV, let's head outside and smoke some weed like normal. Let's go into my yard. Instead of out here, let's go into the yard basically. Yard 3. Yeah, yard 3. Let's go into the yard 3. So, that's not my yard over there. Okay. This is my yard here. It's pretty small, but hey. Oh well. Actually, there's no way I could smoke weed privately, so actually, may as well chill out here and smoke some weed.
Where the gunshots were coming from, and there was still nothing. There was no way that he could have been that bad of a shot, and there would have been some evidence of bullet holes in the surrounding area. Coming at number 8, we have the Pali Lookout encounter. In Honolulu, there's a pretty famous location called the Pali Lookout. This spot has been known for its paranormal activity. Now, this next story comes from an officer from the Honolulu Police Department, and I want you guys to hit the comment section and let me know if you think this has to do with a ghostly encounter or a glitch in the Matrix, and if they could be one and the same. An officer was moving through the Pali Lookout late at night. There were several gates that the officer had to drive through so they could lock up each one of them. While doing this officer saw a woman walking on the side of the road. Our officer pulled up next to the woman to find out if she was okay. Turns out she wasn't who she thought she was, because the woman vanished and then was all of a sudden in the back seat of the car. It was like she just popped into existence inside the car. The officer stayed calm and kept driving and started talking to this ghostly woman, but she said nothing. Eventually the woman just vanished. Now this might have been a ghost or an NPC that was so poorly programmed she couldn't even complete what she was supposed to do. For all we know, that ghost woman had an awesome side mission that our officer never got to play out. Next on the list, we have A Chase Ends Before It Starts. An officer told a story about a time they came to a house with a warrant to search it. The front door was unlocked, and right when the officer came in, they saw the only person who was in the home bolt. They were making a run for it. This person ran upstairs and then jumped out one of the windows. The officer ran towards the window, but the other officers outside the home didn't see anyone exit the window. Where did this dude go? There was no body found. It was like he just leaped out of the window and then disappeared into thin air. Maybe this dude had one of those GTA hacks that lower your star rating. He put that in as he jumped through the window, landed on the ground safely, and then the cops couldn't even see him. Man, I hope real life gets some cheat codes because I want to start upgrading my life a little bit faster. Next on the list, guys, we have the police van glitch. Kotaku covered a story about a very strange thing happening to some police in China. These cops were driving back after a long day, and something went terribly wrong. It would seem that they glitched their van in between two buildings. Let me show you. Now, I don't know how something like that happens. If you were to dig up the official report, they said it was just that. Maybe everything in China is just made.
Okay, I guess it's time to head to bed. Spend another day in prison. Oi, get up. Someone post your bail. Let's go. Here's your normal uniform. Thanks. I'll be back. Hell yeah, dude. I'm getting the fuck out of this place. Let's put on my uniform. Let's go. Good work. Yeah, thanks, whatever. let's head back to the city, I guess. Catch a bus, head back to the city. I cannot believe it. I'm back, baby. Yeah, buddy. My sweet home. Oh, hell yeah. I'm back in Glenwood. Let's smoke some weed.
With her. Apparently, Bloody Mary is described as a rotting skeleton
My
looking
first day
woman
back at
with
high
long-sharp
school is
nails,
tomorrow.
rotten flesh,
They
and
just
matted,
text me,
dirty,
so
and bloody hair.
yeah.
Some say she's eyeless. Others say she wears the eyes of her past victims.
The school said, welcome back. I hope you were on your lesson in kids jail, yada. But I didn't. Who fucking cares if I work for the mafia? I don't give a shit, cunt. Fuck school.
Either way, not a game I ever want to play again. In our ninth spot, we have the Devil's Face. This is the game for you if you have ever wanted to see what the devil looks like. Basically, it's simple. Go to your bathroom at night right before midnight. Stand in front of the dark mirror and close your eyes. When the clock strikes midnight, open your eyes and stare into the mirror. You should see the devil staring right back at you. Yeah. Like, get it? Like you're the devil? In our eighth spot, we have Charlie Charlie. This game seems simple enough. Get a piece of paper, draw a grid on it so that there are 4 different sections, and write yes and no in the boxes. Then take 2 pencils and balance one on top of the other. Start the game by saying, Charlie Charlie, are you here? If he is, the pencils will move and it should point to yes. Then you can start to ask him yes or no questions. Now, who exactly is this Charlie boy? Well, it ain't Charlie Brown, that's for sure. Now, there are a number of versions. One claims he's a demon from Mexico. Others say he's the ghost of someone who took their own life, or the ghost of someone that died in a tragic accident. Either way, I'm not trying to contact nobody from the afterlife. No, thank you. Especially because Charlie has sinister intentions. Now, guys, before I go any further, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You know the drill, because it really helps us out. Moving on to number 7, we have the Closet Game. This game, if done correctly, will summon a demon into your own home. Again, why is this considered a game? What's scary is that this game is fairly easy. Yeah, it's easy to summon demons. Great. Anyways, all you have to do is stand in your closet in the night with an unlit match. Then out loud you have to say, I don't even want to say it, show me the light or leave me in the darkness. Once you hear a faint whisper, light up the match. Oh, I'm getting shivers. Ugh. If you don't, you will be dragged off into the darkness. If you light it in time, you're safe from this demon. But now, you've invited it to live in your closet. And you always have to shut the closet door every night before bed. And you can never look inside the closet without a light on. Moving on to number 6, we have the Elevator Game. I think this one has to be one of the scariest games on this list. And I don't know why it's considered a game. Like, it's not fun, and it can cause death or possession. The Elevator Game is said to be one of the world's most dangerous games. Now, there are a bunch of rules you have to follow. When done correctly, you can visit another world. Basically, you have to be in an elevator that has at least 10 floors. When you're in the elevator, you have to press the floor buttons in a specific order. I ain't telling you because you guys aren't playing this game. After doing so, you press the 5th floor and a woman will enter the elevator with you. This woman is not alive, and it is deadly if you look or talk to her. Then you're supposed to go to the 10th floor, which will bring you to another dimension. The other world is identical to ours, but with slight differences. Like maybe the lights will be off and electronics won't work. And you can encounter ghosts. Now, there are reports of people who have played this game. Some have said that they ended up looking at this woman, and now she haunts them. Others claim that some sort of entity has followed them home. Seriously, do not try this game whatever you do. You might get trapped in another world and not be able to get back. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the 3 Kings. For this game, you need a large empty room without windows, candles, a bucket of water, and a mug, a fan, 2 large mirrors, 3 chairs, an alarm clock, and a bunch bunch of other stuff. Now, the steps for this to work are pretty elaborate. To play this game, you need to set up the mirrors facing each other with a chair in the middle. The chair is your throne. You're the king. The other chairs are the queen and the fool. The game starts at 3:30 a.m. You gotta sit in the chair with the lit candles and stare into the darkness. Basically, if you follow all the steps, you will transport your consciousness from this dimension into another. Some have said that they have seen other versions of themselves. Others have said they have gotten answers to their burning questions. Again, if done wrong, this could go very badly. In our fourth spot, we have one man hide and seek. Everyone play hide and seek by yourself? No. Just no. This game is said to summon the dead. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Basically, for this game, you call upon a spirit and present it with a doll that it can possess. And then you play hide and seek with this possessed doll. First off, you need to empty the doll of its stuffing and replace it with rice and one of your fingernails or a strand of hair. Then you sew the doll back up. Then you place the doll in a tub filled with water and turn the lights off. You then fill your mouth with some salt water and then go back to the bathtub. The doll should be gone. Now, have fun playing hide and seek. You need to find her while still keeping that salty water in your mouth. Oh, and you have to find the doll in the dark. Complete darkness. The game ends once you have found the doll and poured the salt water from your mouth on it. Once the doll is dry, you need to burn the doll. People have reported that the game can go on for a very long time. This demon doll likes to play tricks with you. In our third spot, we have Sarah Sarita. This game is kind of close to that whole Charlie Charlie game. Apparently, with this game, you can contact the ghosts of two sisters that passed away in Mexico. Others believe that the girls are demons from hell. Rumor has it that a number of people have been placed in mental institutions after playing this game. So, maybe don't try it. But if you do, you'll need a friend to do it with you. Sit facing each other, and you both have to hold a coin in your hand. Then chant together, Sarah Sarita, may we join your game. Then toss your coin. If you both get heads, it's a yes. You can join the game. If the coins land on tails, it means no, you can't join the game. If you get different sides, it means maybe, and you gotta ask again. Now, if you ask again and it tells you no, you can't play the game again, then apologize and leave the game. Now, if you did get a yes, then you are in the game and you can ask them any yes or no questions. Now, in order to leave the game, you have to say, Sarah Sarita, can I leave your game? Then you flip the coin. If you get a no, you need to keep playing until they say yes. But a lot of people have said that it's a difficult game to get out of. And if you don't end the game properly, then it could end very badly for you. And at number 2, we have Concentrate. And it's not that game, Concentration. 64. You know, what was it? I don't even remember. Anyway, I'm just wondering who came up with these games because they are truly messed up. This game apparently shows you the way you're going to die. So to play this game, you need 2 people. It starts with one person closing their eyes. The other person stands behind them and says this very creepy chant. During the course of this chant, the chanter will pound on the person's back with their fists. The chant itself is fairly long and creepy, so you won't catch me saying it. But when the chant is done, the chanter has to push the person forward just a little bit so they lose their balance. Then they open their eyes, and whatever color they see is the way that they're going to die. Like, blue means you're going to drown, yellow means you'll be poisoned, orange means you'll die in a fire, brown means you'll get buried alive, so on and so on. Yeah, I'll pass. And in our number 1 spot, we have the Midnight Man. For this game, you are literally welcoming this terrifying creature known as the Midnight Man into your home. So in order to play, you need a candle, matches, salt, paper, a pen, a wooden door, and a drop of your own blood. First off, write your name on the paper with the pen and prick yourself and put your drop of blood on the paper. Then place this paper in front of the wooden door. Turn off all your lights and then light your candle. Once it's 11:59 at night, put your candle down and knock on the door 22 times.
This, how to waste my time at 2K20. And now at number 6 is swearing. Do I even have to say this? Surely it's common sense. I feel like this is a thing that occurs more with non-believers and skeptics that try and play with a Ouija board. They don't take it seriously because they think nothing bad will happen to them and then start fapping about and spelling out a swear word within their question. In what way, shape, or form within plane of existence would that go down well? But I'm trying to put my faith in humans and give them the benefit of the doubt by just assuming this almost exclusively happens when someone is inebriated and playing with a Ouija board. Also, something you should never do
guess what? Head to bed. Wake up morning for school tomorrow. My first day back at school. It's 5 a.m. So let's head to school now. Hell yeah, dude. My first day back at high school from being in kids jail. Let's get the bus. Head to the school, I guess.